Building it's not completely dark, but there's nobody here. It's Sunday morning. Nobody should be here. Night shift is pretty much all overseas. So I'm recording from work. This is Running a Fever, episode 46. And I had some work to do this morning that would normally be remote, and I would just log in from home. But there were some problems doing that, and so I had to come in to the building. It's only a short drive from my home. So short I don't even think about it. It's almost like teleporting. It's like Star Trek or something. There's some waiting involved in the work I have to do, so I thought I would just be ready to walk around the building like I normally do at work, and that's kind of what I'm doing. Absolutely nobody here, unless they're really hiding well, like in a filing cabinet or something. Just taking it easy. I'm trying not to really do a 7 days a week walking for obvious reasons. If you've been listening, you know, check out episode number 6. That's the advice that I didn't take. Thereafter, you'll see, you should probably listen to the whole story. I had an injury and it wasn't good. Injuries rarely are. So anyway, I try to take it easy, but I do walk around at work. I mean, walking's part of our everyday life. And I think I need a break. Physically, mentally, I need a break every hour or so. So I get up and walk around. And the room is just a big cubicle farm, and it has a perimeter with offices on the outside. And it's about 220 steps. So if I do that 3 times an hour, 7 hours, and I can get about 5,000 steps while I'm at work. That may be too much. I may need to scale back on that a little bit. I don't know that I want to get 10,000 steps every single day, but it's difficult, especially on the weekends. Like, yesterday, I was out and about for several things, mostly driving though. Went to the grocery store, did my workout, then came back and mowed the front yard. I didn't do the full front back trim sweep thing that takes an hour and a half. Just don't like yard work. Even with all that, I still had less than 10,000 steps yesterday. It's not that easy to get. That's considered very active. And 12,000 steps is more like an athlete would have. I would like to get 10,000 steps on my 3 times a week. And also I noticed something I was doing yesterday that I guess was maybe while I was mowing the yard or something. And I was moving my arm a lot. My watch considered that a workout, and it says other. Somehow it knew that I wasn't walking, but I was doing some kind of exercise because of the motion that was going on. I suppose walking has a particular rhythm to it. I said that I could have done a whole podcast, a whole series just on eggs. My dietitian said eggs are a superfood. I looked up one source that said eggs have 78 calories per egg. And maybe this has something to do with how it's prepared. I looked in the egg carton that I have currently at home in my fridge, and it said 60 calories. I looked at a diet website this morning, and it said that egg whites, the whites of an egg, have 50 calories. So it's hard to believe that the yolk is only 10 calories. I really don't know. I suppose we're roughly in the ballpark there. But for that 50 calories, you get a ton of protein. It's apparently a really good type of protein as well. Eggs are very good. Egg whites, and I think I'm gonna go to an egg white thing. I need to do some more research on it. Seems to be the common thing is egg whites. I've been having eggs on a pretty regular basis, and oatmeal. And this morning I had 1 sausage patty, 1 egg. I'm at work and I've got oatmeal at work, so I'm gonna have that as my morning snack. Now, normally I might have sausage, eggs, and oatmeal. I haven't added like a fruit, but that could happen as well. I really don't think I can currently lose weight with 1,200 calories. I'm still building up to that, and I have to cut below 1,000 to keep losing weight, and I really want to meet this 60-pound and 12-week goal. So I'm cutting a little bit more, but after that, which is a week and a half away, a week from this Thursday will be the last day, and it will pick up my money when the petition is finished. Then I plan to try to maintain my current weight for 6 months, but I will still concentrate more on building muscle and getting leaner. May have to modify that again when we get to the final stages of when we get close to the biometric screening. I want to hit that 29.9 BMI in order to beat the insurance increase, and I gotta get I haven't even been checking my blood pressure, which is something I really need to do for a couple of reasons. One is for just tracking it for that purpose, and another reason is I'm on medication for high blood pressure, and I expect that it would have been going down as I lost weight, but I need to find out. I need to stay, I believe it's 135/81, something like that. I'm not sure how they came up with those numbers. All right, so I probably walked way more than I normally do on one of my breaks. I'm gonna stop and go back to my desk. And I'll make another couple of rounds here at the office. The work I've been doing is going fairly smoothly. I'm gonna knock on wood somewhere, knock on drywall. Anything could always go wrong. But it's going well so far. But I've been sitting for over an hour, so I thought I would get up and walk around again and take you with me. Well, I've been job involves a lot of waiting for things to happen and just monitoring them. So while I've been doing that, I've kind of looked around at, I've done a few things. I've been looking back on this whole process that I've been through for the last 4 or 5 months, trying to just put together the process of what happened. I set out on this journey with a couple of things, and the podcast really got me going. But I definitely, at the same time, had set physical fitness as my number one priority. My health is my number one priority. I just finally put that into practice. So the thing I want to talk about is the external factor. There are several concepts that apply here in terms of success. The first one is that if no one succeeds that doesn't start, if you got something you want to do, whether it's achieving an educational goal, running for office, or being in office, changing your career, whatever it is, you need to start. One of my favorite quotes is from Michael Jordan, who's arguably the best basketball player who ever played the game, who said, "I miss 100% of the shots I don't take." Not everyone who starts will succeed, but everyone who succeeds has started. The second concept, which is really my concern here, is persistence. Nothing worth doing, nothing of any value is easy to do. And usually it takes some time and some patience. But not just patience. Persistence is not just patience, because patience doesn't require any activity. It's just being willing to wait for something. Waiting can mean doing something while you're waiting. Like right now, I'm walking while I'm waiting to complete my work today. Or it can mean just waiting. just waiting, being patient because someone else has to do something in order for you to move forward. Something that I've just really learned recently, and has been a powerful concept for me to learn, is that not only do I have to have an end goal that I want to achieve, I have to have something that motivates me to go and work on getting to that goal on a daily, regular basis. The road is just too long to simply be looking at the end goal. I'm not saying you don't have to have it. You do. You have to visualize that end goal, and you have to keep it in mind. But there is another aspect of this that is very important, and that is, and that's why people who succeed at things will often have a passion for what they're doing and really love what they do. So it's almost not like work. You can be really good at something and not really like it very much. That happens a lot too. But there's always some kind of incentive to keep you going in terms of a personal goal. For me, that is podcasting and sort of sharing my journey with you. Writing the blog posts, doing the podcast and getting that out there, probably going to work on a book. All of these things are directed at sharing my journey with others, and it's you that are going along with me on this to help with mutual support. I hope that I'm helping you in some way, and I know that you're helping me to continue and persist in this effort. It's amazing how often I hear a story of persistence overcoming so many other detriments that could hold someone back from success. Persistence. How many people stick with it? I've seen it in my own life, and I see it right now happening with this particular project. So I want to tell you that I've got my fancy socks on today because I figured, I was walking around at the office in my boots. I knew I was going to be walking a little bit here. So I put on these are the hiking version of the socks, and they're doing well so far. We're going to try these socks, both the hiking socks and the running socks. And if we like them, we'll be, going steady. And who knows what that could lead to. I got to tell you, it's not going to lead to marriage, because I can't be married to a sock. As I'm saying this, someone has a sock hung up at their cubicle, which I have no idea what that means. But it seems to be unique. Maybe it's a Christmas stocking left over. I don't know. Anyway, persistence is a key. I've got it thanks to you. I hope you've got it too, and maybe I have a little hand in that. But external motivation, the external factor, allows me to be persistent. So that's probably going to be it for today. I'm going to keep the fever, and I hope you keep the fever as well. Talk to you next time.
This is the Padua Podcast Network. PaduaMedia.com.